The classics. We all know the timeless cat and mouse cartoon where the predator always chases the prey but is always outsmarted by the prey. There is no other cartoon that represents this genre best but Tom and Jerry. With just such a simple idea, they were able to create many of the world's greatest slapstick comedy to date. Not to mention it got 7 freaking Oscars, which made MGM a tough competition in the animation industry during the 1940s and 50s. And with its legacy, which could be comparable to Bugs Bunny and even Mickey Mouse, the cartoons came in various styles that people around the world could enjoy. Be it the classic Hanna-Barbera, the unique Chuck Jones, the new modern one, Tails, all Gene Deitch's, let's say, interesting choices. Like most people, I grew up watching these short funny cartoons, and they have always been a good source for having a laugh. I even remember these 2 shows. Alright, sorry to anyone who likes it, but I just can't. The animation, the designs just seem so weird to me. Say what you will about the Tales and the new show, but they at least are somewhat similar. However, these are just the cartoons. Even though Tom and Jerry are still considered household names, they still have difficulty adapting to the modern era. And don't get me started on their films. I mean, at first they started as their own things, but then they suddenly started going to crossovers. Now don't get me wrong, not all of them are bad. The Lost Dragon, the Sherlock Holmes and the Robin Hood one were pretty good actually. But there was some that... just watch for yourself. However, if there would be a way to bring Tom and Jerry back to the main screen, they would have to do something big and grand to have them return to their former glory like the stars they were. Something that everyone would love. Something that is unique. What did they do, you may ask? A major feature film for the big screens. No, not that one. The other one. Yes, that one. For more than a decade, Warner Brothers have been wanting to do a live-action hybrid film starring the cat and mouse, since it was the only thing that cartoon media have been capitalized on by Hollywood ever since the success of the Chipmunks movie in 2007. However, things didn't quite work out well for Tom and Jerry, but that didn't mean the makers would give up, and it was 2018 when they settled on the Tom and Jerry movie they were looking for, going with the hybrid format and have some celebrities in the cast. And fortunately, instead of making them some CGI abominations, they would look and stay a lot more like the classic look, which in turn gave the film the opportunity to create as many slapstick humor as it needed. This was one of those times where I was having mixed feelings related to this trailer. Seriously, I had no idea what to expect from this. From the looks, it seemed more effort was put into it than the previous ones, but it did have some vibes of the direct-to-DVD movies. But then it looked like the animation could be really good. But then it also could have been like the awful 1992 movie. But then again, I think you got the point. I didn't even start watching the movie and I was already worried. At first, this may seem like the typical live-action family movie. By that I mean having them in New York, adding a whole new level of cringe and some rapping pigeons. Yes, I kid you not. This movie's intro consists of rapping pigeons. Okay, so off from the get-go, not a very good start, but maybe the story will be good, or maybe Tom and Jerry themselves will be really good. You wish that, but from the rapping pigeons it just starts plummeting downwards. As a slapstick comedy, it's not surprising the story is very much lacking and is more in the likes of showing where this duo will cause destruction and chaos. Now granted, they did try to have a plot. A girl named Kayla starts working at a hotel and it's up to her that a big wedding goes well. They even gave certain characters goals for motivation for their action. Tom, who is an alley cat and an aspiring musician, and Jerry, who is looking for a place he can call home. However, just after a few minutes, these goals are seemingly forgotten. And the only time the story picks up a little is when Kayla asks Tom and Jerry to get along. And even that ends abruptly, just to go back to the stupid wedding. Not to mention the comedy here is terrible. Now the slapstick comedy between these two are really good. And I will admit, they got a really good laugh out of me most of the time. But what I'm referring to here is the human comedy, which is just average to awful level. And yes, it's one of those type of animated movies which has all the movie tropes. Pop culture references, poop jokes, characters being flat out stupid, and you name it. All these gags appear just to give you a huge headache. They actually made the characters despicable. I mean, I get it, the main storyline most of the time is to trick, chase, and overall just outsmart each other. So they kind of have to be rude. But that does not mean that every main character has to be mean-spirited. Kayla conned her way into getting that job, Tom pretended to be a blind musician to earn money, and Jerry basically steals whatever he can get his hands on. And let's not forget Michael Pena's character, who is this douche man and always on edge, the dumb head of the hotel that believes literally anything, the groom of the marriage, and many other characters. Talking about the people, it for some reason seemed like they were overacting even more cartoonishly than the actual cartoon characters. Except Tom and Jerry, almost all the people are just one-dimensional characters with generic tropes and no redeeming qualities. They are either totally ideal or pretty selfish. It's as if they just took Tom and Jerry's characters and applied it on everyone, but with only the toxic parts. Now nobody was expecting some sort of mind-blowing plot or something. Not at all. I wasn't going to Tom and Jerry to see something like Tomception. If it's called Tom and Jerry, then people have obviously come to watch Tom and Jerry. And that's where the animation will be providing the most. In fact, the animation kind of seemed pretty promising. They would do everything they can to stay true to the classic style. This is what makes this film stand out amongst the other ones. So the main question, did the animation succeed? Is it actually good enough to stand out compared to the others? Well, I will say that the animation is pretty good, but overall, I don't think it's that great. Not at all. Okay, here's the most conflicting thing about this movie. On one hand, I get what they are trying to do, and it's pretty difficult to make computer animation look faithfully like the 2D in the classic style. And the fact that they don't look like some abomination is already a plus point. I will say, it does have the right resources to pull this thing off. You can tell the animators are able to recreate that classic style. And this really shows during those chase or fight scenes where Tom, Jerry or the other animals just get crazy and unleash their wacky cartooniness. However, there is a major problem. As great as the designs are and capture the classic style, it is actually more often than not that the characters are actually pretty noticeable that they are 3D rendered models whenever they make subtle movements. This makes us lose the 2D illusion. This is a very jarring contrast with the style that the film wanted to accomplish. Maybe it was for budgetary reasons, but this technique, which only sometimes works, does raise the question. If the characters were supposed to look like hand-drawn, then why weren't they hand-drawn in the first place? I get that this is a live-action world where all the animals are cartoon characters. I will say, that is a clever idea, to have them fit in this reality. But as clever as this concept is, the animals just feel so out of place and it just expects the audience to believe that this somehow fits in, especially during the elephants running away. This makes the whole movie look like a modded GTA 5 server. Unfortunately, the animation is the best thing about this film, and one of the only good things that this movie gives. And even then, the film would keep on skipping from pretty well made to pretty damn awkwardly made. But if I have to say just one main problem about the movie, a problem that kind of kept this film from being good, then it would have to be the type of platform it is on. The fact that it is trying to make itself something grand and epic. What they want to do is that they want to show you more than what you would expect, especially from all those other films. So when you think about it, is there really that much a difference between those direct-to-DVD movies and this film? Alright, I will admit, it would be really hard to make an entire movie about just a cat and mouse chasing each other. It's not impossible, but it is very difficult. And that's the thing, Tom and Jerry were meant for the small screens. They were not meant to be something grand or epic. As long as their 7-minute episodes can make you laugh, they did a good job. So you can have animation and simplistic designs. Now if you make that 7 minutes into 90 to 100 minutes, only silly gags and wacky animations are not going to cut it. It would be funny for maybe half an hour or so, but after that it would be really tough to keep the audience's interest. And that's not just the issue with this one, that has been the issue with almost every other Tom and Jerry movie. With such a simple concept, they will have to somehow make a plot which involves these two. And that's why the film is filled with convoluted plots and random characters. And then within that, they also have to keep up Tom and Jerry's roles too, and make sure they also have some good moments, be them playing a role in the plot or just standing by and watching. This makes the story be treated later on, which in turn makes it predictable and just build up for scenes featuring Tom and Jerry. And these characters just feel like pointless randoms that just take away time from the ones we actually want to see, making them even more irritating. Even if the film tries to do a different style of animation and have big actors, it still feels being done with the same basic formula that are in those other movies. So you might be asking, did I enjoy anything in this film? Well, of course I did. Whenever Tom and Jerry have these scenes of chasing and fighting, it actually feels like a sort of homage to the classic cartoons, and actually gave me a few genuine good laughs. However, those moments are way too short and few. Not to mention, to get to those moments, one would have to sit through this typical live action animated hybrid film with a boring plot that I would probably forget in an hour. And I know I may sound crazy, but I would say some of the direct to DVD films are better than this. I know I may sound too harsh on this film, but I honestly think that, at least for those films, they knew which platform they are on, so you can't be too mad at it, as that's what you would expect from a straight to home media film. With the 2021 movie, the film is trying to do way more things than it can handle, which in turn resulted in another Hollywood mindless live action animated hybrid family film that has its negatives outweigh its positives. Sure, its animation style is cool and it kind of pays homage to the classic cartoons, along with moments where the style does work pretty well. However, there are also moments where this style hinders the film. Couple that with a dull and predictable storyline but unlikable characters, I would say that you would be better off seeing the old classic shorts. So with that keeping in mind, I would give it a 5.5 out of 10. I know I may be a bit too harsh, but with what we could have gotten, I don't think this is worth watching. Now keep in mind that I really respect them for what they at least tried to do here. They had to make a solid feature film while keeping in mind to pay homage to the old classics. In this, you have to make sure you always have the right blend of both things. You could focus on the movie part too much and forget that it is supposed to have cartoon characters, which might end up making them background characters, or the film would be its original thing, completely unrelated. Or a bit in the case of Tom and Jerry, you put so little effort into the story, characters, plot and overall making of a film, and just focus on Tom and Jerry alone, and make it into a giant cartoon. Well, let's say that would probably not end well. Now, am I saying that you can't make a good Tom and Jerry film? Hell no. There is definitely a way that you can do that, but that is a major challenge in itself. It would require a very special talent in order to make a solid Tom and Jerry feature film, to make a work of art with just very minimal resources offered to you. But overall, it doesn't matter if this movie turns out good or not, because to put it simply, nothing beats the classics.